start soon enough. Depressed. I don't have the throughput. Anxious. I'm not doing my own work. Where's my coat? Where's my coat? Gotta do my own work, my own work, my own work. Bring it out there and do it out there. The batteries die. Okay. So you close this, you unplug this. You unplug this, you bring this, you put this in the pack. Gotta find that thing again. This in the pack. And I have to go far enough so it stays in there. I guess you can unhook it. Safer than destroying the port from the tension. Then you got all this in the pack. You don't have any water. Anything to drink out of. Okay, water. Water. Allah Akbar. Okay, hurry up. 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 Come on. Keys. Pack. Mecca. Okay, Mecca. Come on. Mecca. You want to go outside? That's good, Mecca. That's good. We missed Asr prayer. It was all in the news to make Asr. I've got so much anxiety about doing my own work. It's killing me. No, Mecca. That's good. Assalamu alaikum. How are you? Hi. Assalamu alaikum. How are you? Mecca, show your tame. Competitive people. Competitive. Free DC's budget. Yes on 8. With a fistful of money in the sign. 15 seconds, Mecca. Hi. Free DC's budget. Manhole with all the orange cones on it. What's that all about? Cell phones at sunset. 45 seconds. Hi. Who has a nice tray like for a cake? And who has like in books? Who's jogging? Hi. There's who riding a bicycle. All right. You want to go this way? Perfect empty out, Mecca. How is this going to work? Here. Yeah, you like the smell of dinner. How to win friends and influence Afghan hounds. Cook dinner to go. Gotta get you a ball to fetch. Do I have the timer on? No, I don't. What should it be at this point? 30 minutes? I don't know, maybe I have to start all over again with a 55 minutes. And how much battery's left? Precious little. So, probably have to plug that into there soon, if not now. And then put this down here. What should we do? Hold on to you. Yeah. Good, Mecca. No sooner do I put that down than another dog shows up. Here's who jogging with whose hair bouncing around, cross-reference zits, and the ponytail dance moves. Hi. Yeah, they might think I did this, but I didn't do that. Oh, here's Delbert here. Okay, good. Hey, Mecca. Hi, Delbert. Hi. Hi, Mecca. Hi, Delbert.
spent a lot of time outside today, huh?
Probably not enough, but some. Yeah, how about yourself?
I went inside and got out of the wind for a while.
All right. Yeah, you're happy to be outside. I cooked dinner and I brought it out so we could eat outside.
I ate a bunch of stuff over there at the church.
Okay. Yeah, I usually don't eat very much at dinner, but I cooked some anyway because I had mentioned that. And if you want, we could. There's tables over in the front of the library, and there's tables at the Madison building. It might be. And I got my computer.
The wind's calming down right now.
Yeah. Wind. God first, I guess.
Yeah, it changes usually the hour before and after the sunset. Switch from what it was, and then it switched back.
Yeah.
But it's not consistent whether if it's windy during that 2-hour period or not, or if it's still. It's just opposite of what it was the rest of the day. And one time it may blow east and southwest, and another day it'll blow north and south. It's always switcheroos there close to sunset, one way or the other.
It's supposed to be a land wind and a sea wind when you're close to the water like
but
this.
It's not very consistent here. There's something else that's affecting it too. But, it should blow in or out the same every night when the sun's setting, pretty much.
Because the water cools slower.
Something else. I guess you got the jet stream going by up here, don't you?
The Gulf Stream, yeah, and
there's some big mountain up this way, and there's like 3 or 5 different jet streams, and they got like 2 jet streams. They're like 50 miles apart, and so you go up that mountain. It might be warm. People want to go up there in their shirt and their t-shirt, and then that jet stream swifts over 50 miles, and now you got the other one, and it's got that Arctic blast in there. It freezes you, and you're up there on that mountain. It's too cold to walk down, but it's too cold to stay.
Yeah.
They want you to take all your gear, like you might get snowed in, even though it's nice and warm. You think it's ridiculous taking 50 pounds of sleeping bags and clothes and stuff when you got your shirt and t-shirt on, shorts on. But that wind shifts, and then all of a sudden you get that cold blast, and the temperature is just totally different weather.
Yeah.
Depending on which jet stream you're in. You get that one from Arizona, or did you get the one from Alaska?
Yeah.
But they only have to move about 50 miles.
Huh.
But it's up here. I don't know what they call that anymore. I always forget names like that. There's some mountain up here. People like to go hike up.
So as we take more wind power out of the air, then is it going to make all that stuff slow down because we're taking the energy out of it?
Well, it's going to make it all one temperature, ain't it?
Yeah, I'll sort of flaccid and fall down.
That's the problem you already got.
Yeah.
Using that wind power basically is maximizing your impact. Whereas if you collected solar power, well, you could do that wherever, but not necessarily in the windiest spots. But when you're going to put your windmill in, you're going to try to put it in the windiest place, which means you're putting it where you're having the most impact.
Yeah, you're blocking the weather, yeah.
But people want to say, oh, you're too small. It's such a low percentage of the energy that you're tinkering with. But sometimes you only got to tinker with a little bit, steering it or something,
What percentage of the energy do you need to change for the tipping point?
It just depends on how it's set up. Well, see, that's a problem. When you have a buffer system, it can take a lot, and it doesn't move it very much either way. But then once you're at the edge of what the buffer system capacity, then the smallest little amount makes it change a whole lot.
Right, as you approach the tipping point,
Well, I know several things that humans have done, but it's hard to know if it's a cause or effect relationship but it's at least casual. Because were people doing stuff to try to take advantage and make money during certain periods of time? Well, did that cause that actual period of time, or was it already occurring and then they just made it worse? But it's hard to know how much extra did they make it worse. But there's a variety of things like that where you can look where it sure did, if you applied on the charts, you're going to see that happen right there at a turning point on the chart. You know, the chart looks one way, like it might have a line at a certain slope, but then all of a sudden it's got a line at a new slope. Yeah, and if you go plot out what was going on right there at that spot. So the people suddenly decided, well, they do this new activity because they knew it was fixing to get hotter, or did their new activity make it hotter? But there's a variety of things, and you plot them on the chart, and it starts making you wonder, maybe we have way more impact than what people want you to think. Most people want you to think you have no impact. You're too little. You're like a little insect, a little bee or something compared to what's the total energy involved.
The air we breathe is only 9 miles, 16 miles deep at the most. And then now they're writing writing news articles about weather systems that cover the entire Atlantic or are 2,000 miles wide to associate big numbers with the weather when it's actually very thin.
Yeah, see, that's one of the things they tell you when you went to the moon. You look back, you realize how thin and fragile the part of the earth that you actually live on is.
Right. So,
but see, everybody wants to sit there and burn a fire. Well, how many people can burn a fire before the smoke gets to be a problem? And then look at all those airplanes and jets and shuttle launches you've done.
Yeah.
And you're putting all that material up there in them upper layers of atmosphere.
Yeah.
And, you know, that parts of the atmosphere are thinner way up there. So anything you're putting is that much more of a percentage, since, you know, there's a lot less there compared to down here. And then if it hangs out up there, then it's can be affecting chemical reactions. You know how they studied the ozone layer, and they say, well, this molecule is going to catalyze the breakup of the ozone, you know, so many ozone particles per molecule of this or that.
Yeah.
And they, some really bad chemicals, they know will do that a whole bunch more than the other chemicals.
Right.
And so they don't want people even knowing about them other chemicals and how potent they are.
Yeah.
But I have to be wondering if they ain't been using that on purpose, making that ozone hole on purpose, because they didn't want the ozone layer in the way. So they deliberately make an ozone hole and try to tell you it's a natural phenomenon, and they know good and well they're the ones making it. And then if you do that, well, then how much additional heat do you let into the earth instead of intercepting that energy up there at the ozone layer?
Yeah.
If you went and deliberately created that ozone hole, then how much extra energy made it to the surface of the earth because of that? How much did the earth heat up because of the ozone hole?
Yeah, you can. That's one way to do it. Run the science and the numbers, which most people rolls off their water like duck's back. The other way to do it is to say, well, is this really how you want to live in an asphalt jungle and concrete and skyscraper canyons, or do you want an emerald city and the quality of life argument that you and you should roll out the blueprints for how they could live?
Well, they know that herding people up causes problems. They want to cause problems, so they herd people up. They've known that way back in the day.
Before that, they were wood bees. They were wood bees. They had to pass around the paper to get everybody on the same program. It was wood bee colonies, empires. And then electricity came along and they could be spread out more, but it's still left over. The cities, the ports, for the ports, you know, you got to have them there for the offload the ships, but then all around them, the overhead are the wood bees.
Well, when they sit there and just build thousands of houses in the neighborhood, nothing else but houses, you know, that ain't good for nothing.
Yeah, so you can get them from the quality of life argument and say,
well, you got to commute 50 miles to get to work every day and stuff.
Yeah, that's another
and then what
problem.
Happens whenever you're not able to do that no more? What happens if shit hits the fan and nobody can do that?
You need a linear city where everyone can walk to work from the sides and get
to... Well, you used to have that main road going to your little cowpokey town.
Yeah.
And that's all you had was the one street. It's the only street there was.
Yeah. And...
What's the most popular street name in America?
Main Street.
No.
Elm Street.
No. 2nd Street.
2nd Street.
Because, see, sometimes Main Street's called First Street. Sometimes First Street's on either side of Main Street. And then sometimes the Main Street's called something else, even.
So 2nd Street.
So they get divided up, and 2nd Street ends up being most popular. But some place, thank God, 3rd or 4th or 5th Street or something, they start calling them by names instead of numbers. So that wind be getting pretty chilly today.
Yeah, it's really beautiful out. Wow.
That one road down there, the wind blows so much, and what's weird is a block away, the wind can be still, but you get over there and at that one corner, it's like, I guess the buildings are a little bit closer right there.
Yeah.
And the wind speed's real high for some reason.
Able to lead us to mobility access for everyone.
Howdy.
The wheelchair people leading the way.
It's almost pink.
Yeah.
Pink is a difficult color because it's a pretty broad, a narrow piece of the color chart. And so, almost like how people are blue-green colorblind, well, are you purple-pink colorblind? Because it's pretty tricky. What kind of purple are you calling it? When do you start calling it pink instead of purple?
So the quality of life argument, if you could get people interested that they're not becoming unemployed, they're becoming liberated. They don't need to work anymore. They can go out and plant gardens and work outside all day.
I don't think that's no work.
They get enough money so they can feed and shelter and clothe themselves.
There ain't enough water because you're not being water efficient. You can't have everybody being water inefficient.
You desalinate the water and pipe it in.
You got to have energy for that.
Solar energy to desalinate the water.
But you forgot to make the solar panels first.
No, you don't use electricity. You use actual heat, solar heat.
What they do over in Saudi Arabia is they just make a big old flat spot, and let the sea drain into there, and then block it off, and then just let it evaporate. And now they got salt.
Yeah, yeah. And then you use the salt to make PVC. You could have put a top on it
and caught the water, caught the vapors, and then that would have been distilled water.
Yeah, you get Fresnel lenses to cover the water ponds, and it amplifies the heat. It
takes a lot of energy to make to evaporate a gallon of water. So
I don't know, how much does it take?
Every acre of like greenhouse thing that you build, it's going to only make so many gallons of water. Now, if you do it over there like in Libya or somewhere where there's lots of heat and sunshine, well, you're going to make more water than you would somewhere else.
Yeah.
But it's a lot cheaper to go tap some water source somewhere. So they have this underground melted glacier. They'd be tapping into that. And then, of course, what happens once your glacier runs out?
Yeah, if you desalinate 1% of the seawater, you get 10 times as much fresh water as we now have.
Well, most of the fresh water in the world has been polluted by man.
Yeah, most of it's subsurface, I think, 1%.
That's why Russia wanted to tap into that new lake over there. But everybody wanted to they wanted to use tapping into it to communicate a terrorist message, I figured out. So they kept delaying it and delaying it and delaying it, and now they finally have, but I don't know what they said I don't know if they ever revealed what they found down there. You know, people are thinking there might be some exotic fish or something, you know, some little microbes or jellyfish or something live down there. It could just be nothing. It could just be nothing but pure water. Where people figure something would probably be living in there, and it's been isolated from the rest of the life on the planet, pretty much. So it might have looked a lot different than the life you're used to seeing.
Yeah.
So they all hoping we get down there and take a peek and see what's down there. But I thought they said they drilled into it, but that's all I heard. I never did see any more articles saying if they put a camera down there looking around or not.
I think they were trying to keep a setback at Lake Iliamna, if that's what you're talking about. But
I don't know what it's called. It's an underground.
Underground,
well, under ice lake.
Under ice. Oh, I don't know.
It's a lake of fresh water. I think it's under the ice, ain't it?
This is a different one than Lake Iliamna is a surface lake. It's the largest freshwater lake
in under the ground because they drilling down through the ice. How you melt your way down to the ice, drilling. They use diesel to keep it from freezing back, but then people are like, no, don't let the diesel get in the underground lake.
Yeah, right.
You might have something down there interesting, you'd kill it.
Yeah, with the genetic engineering now, they should be able to build dinosaurs from scratch pretty soon.
But you're supposed to went to the circus and what? You looked at the dinosaurs. They just had the circus dinosaur thing. You're supposed to go check it out. And see what
Yeah, I saw Ringling Brothers trucks recently somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, they already gone now.
Yeah.
Till like the 24th.
My problem is I got so much of my own work I got to get back to. It's
went to the
making me
wrestling. You could have
really
been the
nervous.
guest secret star.
I got to do my own work. I'm really getting nervous about that. Got to get back to my own work. Oh. Had everything uploading, so I simply closed one laptop, unplugged it, and put it in the pack. It's now... You can buy a special adapter to stick in the USB plug to trick the computer to think that the top is open and it should be still on.
Well, you can change your settings to tell it that when you close the top, don't do anything.
Yeah, on Windows you can, but not on Macintosh, not on
There's
Apple.
probably a way. You just got to find out how, what the setting is.
I've asked around.
That's why you got to Google it up all the time.
Yeah, but I don't think there is with Apple.
Well, you have to hack it. You have to hack it and make it and put it out there for everybody else to use it. So every time they change computers around and stuff, then you got to go buy it, and then you got to go buy all the magazines to get all the tips.
Yeah,
you
right.
need to go hire the new employee so that and you got to use WordPerfect 5.1, not 5.0, because we need you to know all the little stupid little secrets how to get anything. Every time we need to know how to do something in there, we need you to know how to do it.
I don't.
They want to sit there and try to tell you don't know anything, and then, oh, you should keep proving that you know how to do something every time they need something. And it's like, that's crap. They sit there, and even in college, instead of even trying to teach you the program, they spent their time proclaimed I didn't know how to program and want me to come talk to them. I guess they're trying to trick me into doing their work for them, because that's the only reason for doing that. And a lot of other kids fall for that. And it's like, there's something wrong if you're announcing to the class, I don't know how to program. Because I know how to program a long time before I ever got around the computer. And what you showing me ain't even a drop in the bucket compared to what I know. And in fact, most of the software written in the world today is based off of my style of writing programs.
Well,
And they want to sit there, once they finally get wind of how to write a program that way, then they want to sit there and start proclaiming, I can't write a program that way. That's crap, because that is my way. You know? They always want to complain, you always want to do everything your own way. And it's like, no, I'm just trying to do it the way that works. And instead of trying to go down some path that don't work. It's weird how these companies always want to go down a path that don't work. Or you'll never know when you're going to get finished. You know, some paths you can go down, well, if it don't work out, it don't work out. At least you know in a fixed amount of time that it didn't work. But they always want to go down some path where you can never really say that, okay, it didn't work out, let's stop. You know, let's go the path that somebody said does work. No, they always want to go down the never-ending paycheck path. That's the way they want to go. And then if somebody comes in and saves the day, then we can act like, oh, it's a proprietary secret. Let's patent it. Well, that's conflicting. It's a proprietary secret if you patent it. They don't know their metaphors. They went in, they went and raided some guy's place and took his stuff. About a month ago now.
What was this one?
Well, he's been saying that he'd be building the engine and everything and having people invest in his company. But apparently he ain't really been doing nothing other than just mouthing off. And his other brother's been actually doing some stuff. But they just about as hokey pokey as he is. But they're going to favor the one that don't know as much and attack the guy that knows more. And he's just pulling the crap that they all been pulling on him, you know, trying to act like whatever stupid little thing they do is so great and trying to always aggravate you into being productive and stuff. Well, that's what he's been doing back to his brother. Keep acting like he's the one making progress, trying to aggravate his brother into making progress.
Yeah, a French guy did that with an air car that supposedly ran solely on compressed air.
But unfortunately, they gotten themselves in deep crap now because the one brother that's been doing some stuff, he built a device that's good enough for people to use to go be, what's the magic phrase?
Mecca, don't lick Delbert's pack without permission. It's proprietary secret.
What flavor is it?
I don't know, Mecca. What are you licking Matt Delbert's pack for?
But unfortunately, they've gotten the attention of some people. They see that they can utilize it, and so now they're going to come in and just start taking them all over. Well, whacking out the one brother is a good way to do it. And then I see some other headlines that most people don't know are related, but apparently they are, which ain't good news for anybody. They like to act like everything's separate, independent, isolated things going on, and no, it ain't.
Yeah. Or if it
ain't
is.
no good when they get this other one in place.
So it all depends, like you say, whether they want to run the stock up or run the stock down.
Well, if they're in the mode of running some company up, like a car manufacturer, you got to complain against that car. Oh, we can't have that. That's heresy. But then once they know exactly when they're going to want to run it back down, and they'll string you out on a schedule to make you just dead ass broke right there at the turning point. And then no sooner than you have to give it up because you got nothing left to work with, nothing to eat even. Well, then all of a sudden on the news they be bragging like somebody else is so great they filed the complaint. The very complaint you've been making for 8 years, and people been dying while you've been getting suppressed.
Hi. Oh, Mecca, ouch.
Hey. He always wants to jump in there too fast, though.
Hi.
Yeah, I know. Well, no. Hey.
Hi. Good, Mecca. Hi.
Stop.
Good dog.
You don't jump like that.
Good dog. Mecca.
You're a great jumper. You're a great jumper.
Mecca.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. You got to say hi. Yeah, she just wants to say hi, and then she's done. And gives a beautiful shape. Now you're all tangled up.
Yeah, Mecca, you're all tangled up here. Careful, careful.
Yeah.
Easy.
Careful.
Easy.
There you go. Okay, I know you're nervous, huh? You're nervous?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yes,
Are you
Mecca.
Oh, you want to play now?
Yeah, likes to play. Good dog.
Hey, careful. Yeah.
I was playing with a little bitty dog one day.
Hi. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. She just says
Pretty
kisses,
calm
so I'll
dog to
give you
put
some
over the
kisses.
other one jumped on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you okay? You good? That's all you can handle, huh?
Good dog.
Well, what do you want?
He wants love.
Are you done? Are you done? Go play. Oh, okay. Yes, you're fine.
Gotta sit on your foot so you can scratch his belly.
Yeah, she's like, I kind of get the best of both worlds right now.
My neighbor's got a big old pet bull.
Yeah.
And he don't know what to think because that dog would come sit on his dad and on my foot. He's like, why does my dog like y'all so much?
Hey. Oh, now you're doing the belly roll. Okay.
Whoa. You never catch him now.
Yes. Hi.
That's
Well, now she's doing her snip because she's happy. It's kind of like she snips like, hi.
Mecca. That's good.
Yeah.
Reckon like to do that charge and then some of them dogs get scared.
Yeah, she doesn't get scared.
Yeah.
She kind of does her snip.
I think she's a little bit lazy or heavy.
Oh, she's both. She's
A
kind
little
of.
heavy.
She's a little heavy. She's on a little bit of a.
She got a short leash. She can't get it running.
I normally let her go, but I'm kind of like, well, you're doing good.
We got the other one to keep her in.
Yeah, it's I.
Mecca started to grab her leash while to go for you.
You know what? Yeah, I know, huh?
Go walk down the dog over here.
Are you done?
That's a good workout. Careful. Watch out for the leash.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Good dog.
People that had this dog that was all head.
The way to come back to where we started, dog.
There's a center of mass like up there underneath his eyeball.
Hey, Mecca, you got to get untangled. Watch out for the daffodils, you guys.
Oh, yeah, they're
Okay,
very
then
blue.
the White House,
Yeah.
and they had like different colored flowers and everything. So you wondered, did they plant them there or did they bloom there?
Both. They plant some already bloomed, and then they got a lot of bulbs out there that are blooming.
A lot of times those people, they're all excited about the flower and it's just green flags there the whole year, you know?
Yeah.
And then, oh, it puts out this beautiful flower, but of course the wind blows the first day it opens.
Yep.
And it would only last about 3 days probably.
Good dog. Hi.
Yeah. Lola, come here. All right. We played enough?
Yep. Said goodbye and everything. Good dog.
Guys, have a good night. Bye, Mecca.
That's on to you.
See ya.
Gonna get cooked too cold, be outside pretty soon. Somebody being foolish the other day, he was using a butane tank for a hammer.
Mecca, be careful of the flowers.
He was trying to hammer in a tent stake with a butane tank. That's not very smart.
Okay, good. What are you doing, Mecca? You being good? The New York Times had a good article about the tar sands being junk energy because it took 7 joules of energy to get the stuff out, and it only had like 14 joules of energy in it, compared to oil where you put in 7 joules and you get 40 joules out of it.
Well, they always like to give it to you in barrels. You used to use 1 barrel of oil to get 100 when you drill a well and stuff, but now it's getting lower and lower. So I think they're saying something like 10 to 1 in some places now. But still, it's making money if provided you get a good well.
Well, considering you
But
get,
then something like that tar sand's going to be more like 1 to 3.
yeah.
Well, heck, a solar panel does that, you know, or if you got 1 to 10, but a solar panel does 1 to 3, well then see, as you get that ratio on the oil gets lower, well then something else becomes more viable.
Yeah.
But when the price gets high enough, then it's profitable to go do it. It may not be, you know, the best return on the energy usage, but if you, in the end, if you're going to use it anyways, it'd be better to use some of it now and some of it later instead of wait and have nothing but that one thing to use. But the problem is if they're burning up a lot of energy, they're going to sit there and liquefy the natural gas, put it on a boat. Well, so you have to use a third of the natural gas to liquefy the rest of it. And then when you bring it over, then you're going to evaporate it and burn it.
Yeah.
And then try to heat some steam, put the steam in the ground. Well, of course, you're going to lose a lot. Your heat's going to be heating up everything else and cooling off and stuff. And then you get whatever oil you get to drain out the sand. And then that's not the best oil in the world, so you got to do lots of processing on it.
And nobody's counting the, what do you call it, pollution costs.
Yeah, well then you get all your health care costs.
No.
you got all your health care costs and everything. People finally started calculating that in. But
You want to eat
it
dinner?
was the Canadian bicycle messengers that were really spearheading that up a long time ago. And over the years, more and more people have been starting to willing to listen. But see, in some places like here, the pollution ain't been so bad. But down in Austin, the pollution's been really, really bad.
Huh. I wonder why. Thermal inversions. Did I
They,
change that?
you know how it is. You sell your good oil, and then you burn up your bad oil yourself.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Well, you got to sell the customer the good stuff. Like you eat the ugly vegetables, and you sell your customer the good vegetables. And then the seeds in your yard, that you keep throwing out there, your bad ones, your ugly vegetable seeds.
Okay, what are we going to do here? We got to feed you, Mecca. Ah, we're going to have a disaster here soon.
Break all your dishes.
Okay. Let's see, you have addition here.
Hanging out in the leaves. Weird dogs can eat that, lick that food out of that can and not cut their tongue.
Yeah, I
At
don't
least
know.
not that they let you know about.
Yeah, I don't know.
How they do that all.
Bismillahi. Stick to do this out with. What do we have? Okay, Mecca. Bismillahi. Allahu Akbar. $0.80. It could be a pretty good deal for 80 cents. Okay, Mecca, here you go. Here's dinner for you. Akbar. What's up, Mecca? Good. Hi.
Oh,
Here's your dinner.
keep seeing more and more hour-long like movies and things on YouTube. I guess more people have better speed, and so they're moving up in popularity, so you're more likely to see them than you used to be. And then plus more people are getting old footage and putting it on the computers. And then some people are just making new material and then making it available. You know, you make your own little movie, hour and a half long or something.
Bill Murray wants like a white translucent thing on the screen when you upload copyrighted stuff so that you can write comments on the white translucent thing. But it might obscure it a little too much to really be able to point out details. So,
well, some things that have anything on there at all is a distraction, and others don't bother too much.
yeah, I prefer the interruption where you can see in detail how people are trying to hypnotize you and point out what they're doing.
Well, I told people a long time ago, they keep showing you pictures of Cokes and popcorns and stuff, and they think there's something wrong with me, and it's like, no, I'm getting sick because I'm tired of seeing them pictures flash up there in the middle of the movie.
Yeah.
They were already doing it during the previews and stuff, and then they just, you think, oh, the movie's on, we passed that, and then they start doing it more. Would they be trying to delay starting the movie if the room hasn't quite got filled up yet, you know? Or they know, like, you got more people straggling in from the parking lot, so they'll show yet another preview or something. And you know, if they haven't sold enough refreshments, they just keep at you for a little bit, giving more of you a chance, the idea to follow everybody else's example and go get some popcorn. But up here, you better have like $25 if you want to go to the theater, you know it. By the time you buy a ticket, a Coke and popcorn, you better have $25.
Yeah.
Well, you can buy used DVDs for $250. So you can buy 10 of them. The armed bicyclist had to engage me again today. Be demanding to know what movie I got. Be demanding to know if I talked to the Secret Service. It's like, what predicament has this state gotten itself into that they feel like the Secret Service needs to talk to me? They must have did something. They must have got themselves in trouble.